Hello, my name is Inanna. Thank you for joining me here at Inanna Sanctuary as we explore how you can reclaim your life through releasing trauma, shame, and eliminating triggers. Sometimes life just lifes on us, and often that involves traumatic experiences. There's just no avoiding it. And so to survive, our bodies have this marvelous ability to store trauma for later processing. This trauma gets stored in the body on 4 levels: mental, emotional, physical, and energetic. This stored trauma affects every part of your life and is reactivated by triggers. Triggers tell us that we have unhealed trauma. In what we call the trauma cycle, people end up building their entire lives centered around their traumas. They get triggered, they're re-traumatized, then they go into reaction and blame, then they step into coping and avoidance mechanisms, and then they think they got it back under control, and they get triggered all over again. And so we seek ways to heal. But how do we know what works? One of people's first go-tos is jumping into self-help and spirituality books and classes, and while this creates intellectual shifts, it does nothing to address the subconscious beliefs that are creating the disempowering patterns that they are actually desiring to shift in their lives. The most traditionally accepted form of therapy is talk therapy, and this tends to only work on the emotional level, if at all, and often just tends to reinforce the story by repeating it over and over, and it does not touch body level or energetic level trauma. And the third level is physical release types of modalities, including yoga and massage therapy and other physical therapies, somatic therapies. But these again only work on one level, and that's the body level, and it starts to get you in your body, but it doesn't address the emotional or energetic. And then there are some really beautiful forms of energy work like Reiki and other energy modalities, including meditation, that only work on the energetic level really, and they don't address the physical trauma that's stored in the body or the emotional. Holon is a word used to describe something that is simultaneously a whole and its individual parts. We tend to look at the emotional, physical, mental, and energetic aspects of ourselves as separations of ourselves. However, we are far more complex than we realize. In a healthy, trauma-free body, these connections, or circuits, flow harmoniously. When trauma shows up, these connections and relationships are damaged. Toxic and dysfunctional connections are created. Healthy connections are disrupted. The result is a toxic trauma holon superimposed on the healthy human holon. Trying to remove one circuit of the trauma holon independently is not possible. For trauma to be fully and completely released, it must be released on all 4 levels simultaneously. The only given in life is change. Trauma is not a constant. Triggers are not inevitable. You can reclaim your life and experience the joy of being your authentically expressed self. It really is possible. Remember, the trauma-limited version of you can never live your destiny. To learn more about the trauma cycle, go to www.inannasanctuary.com/trauma cycle. And while you're there, you can check out our online programs as well as our private healing retreat programs in Costa Rica, and we've got you. If you are done being in that cycle of triggers, re-traumatization, coping, avoidance, and numbness, it's time to step out of that illusion that the healing is not possible. You really can have it all if you dare to discover and be all of you. Are you ready?